Boker Tov Rabotai, we're here on this wonderful Wednesday morning. We will have Bezrat Hashem this evening a shiur on the tefillah. We will go through different sections of the tefillah, of the prayer. Many people ask for this shiur. Very important class this Wednesday night, tonight at 8:30 upstairs, Bezrat Hashem. We're going to go through the tefillah. As mentioned, each section, each chelek, Bezrat Hashem, we're going to go through what the sources, what the origins are, which tefillot are more crucial, which, when one is in a pressing situation, he's in a time restraint, etc., he can jump over for now. All of these halachot and intricate details, Bezrat Hashem, we will touch on tonight, and everybody is invited. We are this morning in the laws of eating. The halakha says, when you buy fish, you must make sure that the fish has kosher simanim. Kosher simanim means it has fins and scales. If a fish you buy, if it's a non-kosher store, well, we're going to get to non-kosher stores in a moment. But the halakha says that any fish that a goy sells to you, yes, that does not have fins and scales, you cannot buy that fish. You go to Costco, it says over there, a tilapia. Tilapia, if it does not have a kosher logo, yes, if it has no kosher logo, and you look at the fish itself, it has no scales on the fish, you cannot consume such a fish. Why? You have no way of telling if it's kasher or if it's a catfish. Yes, but if you buy a fish, a Costco, I'm not sure if they come with an OU or not, but if it has the scales on it, that's a siman, that it's a kosher fish. That's a znak, that it's a kosher fish. The skins, that's what I mean, no? That you can identify that it's a kosher fish. The halakha would say that's permitted for consumption. When shopping for fish in general, many people go to a non-kosher fish store. Is that okay? Is that not okay? Now, when you go to a non-kosher fish store, if they sell in that same store catfish and other types of fish that are not necessarily kasher, yes, or they have lobster, or they have other species of fish that are not kosher, and they use those knives to cut through those fish, then when you come and you ask for fish, they use the same exact knife. What is the concern? The concern is shamnunit. There is fat residue that remains on the surface of the knife and on the cutting board that could potentially infiltrate and come onto your fish. When he uses the same knife to cut through your fish, that fat layer, shamnunit, could come onto your fish and therefore make problems on your fish. Now, therefore, it is more appropriate to shop in a kosher store for fish. That's number one. Number two, you want to go to a place where they have not kosher fish, take your own knife and maybe a cutting board, and that would make it okay. But you have to be careful. People are always watching. Yes, if they watch you walk into a non-kosher fish store, they're going to think everything's okay over here. He's a religious guy, and therefore they might also walk into that store and make a mistake. But be that as it may, that a person, if he already bought the fish, it was filleted with a knife of a goy. He watched, he saw that it's a kosher fish, they filleted it with a knife of a goy. What do you do now? The halakha says, there's a piskei, pithay tshuva, in Siman Tzadivav. Over there, the rabbi brings down, he says, you need to be gorer. You need to scrape the surface of the fish. All of the places that have cuts, you should scrape them under running water with the sharp edge of the knife. Just give them a little scrape. Yes, and when you give it a scrape under running water, the assumption is that all of these fat, bili'ot, etc., are going to come off of the fish and down the drain. But again, it's better to shop in a kosher fish store, and we don't go to any store that we don't have hechsher, etc. It's better to shop in a store that has a hechsher. There is less room for michshol. There are less rooms for issues. And if you bought a fish already, your parents bought a carp from a non-kosher store, you don't have to throw it in the garbage. You can scrape it b'diavad on the running water, and that would make it okay for consumption.